So correction territory around here. So interesting thing, like yesterday, I saw on social media. I'll get to the crypto stuff later, after this. But I saw, um, you know, I don't even know because I don't think they're not actually financial advisors. They're, I guess, like financial influencers. But they were talking about, oh, if you pulled your money out, you would have missed one of the best days like of the year yesterday, talking about this what was it, this 2% day on the S&P. And then we had a 0.64 day, and now we're back down 1%. So it's like, was this even have been worth it? And then another thing is like they conflate um being a long-term investor, but they talk about these having, these big days on and making sure you're invested in it. And it's just like, you got to kind of pick a side of the table, either catching these days are important or or being a long term or holding long term is what's important. Um, because to me, the way I look at it is if you have a great day, a 2% day, and you're in the market, but then it's followed by, a negative 1.5% day, what good does it do? So I think I understand, the point is to you don't want to fall prey to timing risk, which is what a lot of people do when they're trying to get in and out of the market. Um, but I think, if you have a solid method of mitigating your timing risk and having like an overall strategy of how you're going to allocate your capital, when you're going to enter the markets, what you're looking for, things like that. I think those are ways to navigate it successfully. So I just want to start with that. Just random thoughts on that. Now I'm looking for Bitcoin. So get that out the way. Um, so Bitcoin, we're still at in the 80,000s. We're not, we bounced off of that 78 line, but it I'm not overly confident. Like, I would just say overall, as far as like getting back into the markets, what I'm waiting for is the data to improve. I feel like at the end of when, Q1 data is coming up. So I feel like when we start seeing some of the impact of the layoffs, some of the impact of the deportations, the impact of the tariffs, that's going to take time to trickle into the economy. I don't feel like it's priced in yet. That used to be like back in my trading days. Um, that was like a joke in one of my groups that like it's priced in. Whenever you expect news to shift something, and they're like, "Oh, it's already priced in," and like we were trading options, and if your option isn't moving, it's dying basically. And that would be a reason why news didn't affect the stock price, and that's just a priced in joke. Might have gone over your head, but like I was saying, so I'm waiting for the data to improve, and honestly, we've just gotten, the president has just talked more about more tariffs, and um, so yeah, I don't see Bitcoin getting any relief from that. And Bitcoin, there's a stronger correlation between like the tariffs and Bitcoin than like the stock market. I mean, let's see, we were at 10, what was our high? 109. Will it let me where is oh, let me just go the whole way down 29%. where we are at 8193. I probably won't be able to get that close. So we're down 20, basically 25% right now in crypto. Um, so it's about twice as bad as what the S&P is doing. The a lot of so there's a lot of shifts in crypto right now. One is that you have all the ETFs, which I feel like provide some flooring for the crypto markets. Um, I think there's some people who are able to like put some of their retirement into some of the Bitcoin ETFs. And so like that provides, just constant buying pressure. Whereas in the past, it was all just retail crypto guys and girls, going into their wallets and buying Bitcoin and from different sites or from Square, buying it from Square, or just different methods, different uh, protocols and different protocols, different platforms, whatever. Like that was how they were. That was where all the transactions were coming from. Um, with the ETFs, for one, I think the biggest thing that we've seen it do is it takes up liquidity from the broader crypto markets. Let me pull up Total 3. What I mean by that is I feel like I've touched on this before, um, but we we no longer have the traditional capital rotation that we used to have. Um, I was only down 25%, so it's good. Oh, I don't need to hold this. Oh, oops. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, 786. It's down a little bit more, 28%. Oh, actually, because I did it from the top. Let me do that. So it's about 30%. Um, the altcoin market is down 30%. If you're still holding altcoins, you're seeing a much greater loss than 30%. I can guarantee you that. Especially if you're in the micro caps. Micro caps have been just getting destroyed. And honestly, that's one of the biggest differences we've seen in this uh crypto cycle is we didn't get an alt season. Um, like we never got that uh like that big change in um and we never got that big increase in price action across um across altcoins. Um like most of what we saw was, oh shit, we had finally a big we had 2 billion in February. Normally I would say this is the signal for all season. Honestly, like I'm gonna have to do some research because we finally get to almost $3 billion in crypto in the month of February, and we've been lagging, like we've been struggling, like just struggling for months and months and months. But 2 billion, but 3 billion, that's let's see what if we can track down where some of this came from and what it went to. Amount raised 250. I went to Ethereum. That shit don't even matter. So, like I was saying earlier, most of what has, I guess, most of your gains in altcoins have all been from like top 200 coins. Like you really haven't seen the project that's has a 50 million market cap go up to a billion or hell, even 100 million. Haven't really seen a lot of that going on. You haven't seen the $10 million market cap coin groundbreaking. That's Berachain. Berachain, unless they've changed, I'm like, what's another DeFi protocol? Like, ha- I'm not excited with DeFi based projects anymore. Like, how many do we need? Like, I don't get it. And you're making another blockchain just to run DeFi on. It's just, well, I guess it's just not as strong of a use case as I prefer anymore. I get like the last cycle, that was a big thing because it was like really new and new to a lot of people. But it's like we've had DeFi for going on 5 years now, so it's hard for me to get excited about that massive innovation in the sector. That's just like it's just really game changing. Because I mean, because DeFi in itself is kind of game changing, but it's just the next step is like just getting more people using it. It's like, I mean, it's like a car, you know, how good can a car be? Like, I feel like all cars are damn near the same now. Like, yeah, there's some manufacturers that have better quality and all that, but like, you can almost get any car, any make or model with almost any feature. And so it's just like, cars just aren't exciting to me anymore. And I feel like DeFi is kind of in that same way. It's like, it's not really about the capabilities and the functionality. It's about getting people using it, getting institutions using it. That's like the next exciting stage, I guess, exciting air quotes, development in DeFi. So just looking at this further, like looking at where the funding actually came from or what it went to, I can see why this didn't make a difference in the overall crypto space because it went to, Ethereum, Binance, like it went to bigger, more established protocols. So once again, like capital isn't going down to your smaller cap, your lower cap crypto projects. I'm not saying it's not going to in the future. I'm just saying, you know, shit, all year since 2020, we've had a year, um, and we haven't seen capital rotate down to the smaller projects in this bull run. So will it? I don't know. And then you can say a lot of it got sucked up by, meme coins. The meme hype, I think that's turned a lot of people off. I'm struggling to see when we're gonna get like the expected result of an alt season. I just don't know if the environment is right for it or is gonna be right for it. Yeah, and it Bitcoin dominance has just done nothing but go up all year. Um, so yeah, to me, I don't know when alt season's gonna be here. It's getting the data just looks worse and worse. That's all I can say. This was a project that I think you could turn your phone into like a mining, like some type of mining operation. I think that's this one. And you would get the Pi tokens like as a reward for it. This is interesting that um but like at I remember when I first heard about it, it wasn't I don't know if they didn't have a token or um it wasn't it wasn't like fully developed, like it wasn't like there wasn't a market for the token. Like you couldn't sell it. Like it was just like getting IOUs from like written in paper, basically. Um, but that's an interesting development. Pretty much everything else is kind of the same here. Who's your top meme coin? Still Dogecoin. Um, I'm gonna pull a chart on this just because I instinctively remember people saying that this was going to I remember people saying that this was because of the election and because of y'all's favorite South African, that this was going to send, that this was going to the moon. And from point 15, so it did a 3x. You turned 1,000 into 3,000. Good job. Hopefully you sold it because now you're right back at, that's a round trip ticket right there. That's what we talk about in crypto, like just taking those round trips because you buy low, it goes high, but you think it's gonna go higher, and so you keep holding, and you hold through all the downs and all the little mid pumps, and now you're just back, back where you started. So yeah, man, don't take those round trip crypto flights. Um, it's not what you want to do. Take profit. And I know we were all expecting more to come from the markets, but you know, the markets give what they give, and you just gotta take that and live with it. It's not gonna give you any more. Like it's a lesson for the future, you know. In the future, make sure that you're taking profits. You don't want to just you don't want to just hodl and hope for the best, man. Like hodling is not a good investment strategy. It just isn't. And I think people look at people like Michael Saylor and like, oh well, you know, he's hodling. It's like he's financing his Bitcoin purchases in a it's almost impossible for him to lose because of how he's financing it through like corporate bonds and um like using like stocks and all that. Like he's doing a lot of like financial maneuvering to position himself to buy Bitcoin in a way that um is like really safe. Like I think Bitcoin would have to stay flat or like it would have to stay under I think I read it's under like 20,000 or might be only like 28,000. But it had to be like, you know, really low and stay that way for like 8 years before MicroStrategy is in danger. And so when he tells you to buy Bitcoin, yeah, like he can say that because it's directly tied to his company's success. And while you're listening to him tell you to buy Bitcoin with your hard-earned money, like no matter what the price is, he's buying it with corporate debt that is collateralized with like his stocks. And so it's like his skin in the game is way lower than what yours is. So it just goes back to like, you know, who are you listening to for your for your financial advice to help with your decision making and all of that. Because, you know, everyone everyone you hear telling you to buy regardless, typically like they're going to face no consequences from the price dropping. Like they're not. Meanwhile, you know, some of y'all are taking out debt or spending your entire paychecks, you know, and not having any savings on Bitcoin or crypto or investing or whatever, and you're not in the same position as these other people. You know, you really gotta be focused on, you know, you yourself and your situation and what's best for you. You can't always listen to the outside or outsiders who know nothing about you, have no skin in the game. Um, yeah. Uh, well, at least we're back to support, back to a $2.6 trillion market. God, that Bitcoin dominance is crazy. How are we looking here? Last 30 days. Look at the selling. Just 30 days, nothing but sell, sell, sell. All right, we're in a getting a little bump back. I think right now, whether in crypto or traditional markets, to me the best play is just wait and see right now. That's what I'm doing. Um, I'm waiting for more data to come out to kind of give some direction of where the markets are gonna go. I'm not overly confident because we have a very irrational leader at the helms who, half of y'all just swore was gonna make everybody make y'all rich, make everybody invested in crypto rich. But um, I feel like the only person who's been made rich out of this was Trump. Like his net worth went from what 4 billion to like 20 billion with his meme coin. And so yeah, I don't know. We're in a strange place right now. That's all I can say. And when there's so much uncertainty, to me, I feel like that's a clear sign that you just need to sit back and kind of wait for things to develop. Like, because there's too much happening. I don't think anybody can tell you for certain what the future, like what the next 4 months are gonna look like, or what the next quarter is gonna look like. That's for like since I've been in crypto. And like there's no growth in some people's how they discuss crypto, how they navigate it. It's just never ending. Oh, we're going to the moon. Like, bro, aren't you tired of that? Like, aren't you tired of disappointment? Like that. No, there's no progression on the learning curve. It's just the same shit over and over and over. Green candle. Oh, we're gonna be rich, and it's like I don't know. Y'all be safe. Keep your head on a swivel. Drink your water. Get your workouts in. Summer's around the corner. Summer bodies are made in the spring. Get to it.